Hey, welcome back to Tuesday afternoon.
Hi everybody, it's Tuesday and I'm back. I had some technical difficulties, but everything is fixed and I'm going to try to make a video every week, and as soon as I finish something, I'll get it up as soon as possible. Now you can visit me on my Instagram at Just Tuesday Afternoon, and I show updates and little sneak peeks of what I'm working on. I appreciate everybody's support and it means a lot. The janitor is probably my favorite character in the Little Nightmares series. I'm pretty sure he is. Probably, I don't know. Once I start sculpting the other ones, I might change my mind, but I really, really love the character in his face. I had a fantastic time sculpting it. It was so rewarding when I was making the teeth. The shoes were a little challenging, but I enjoyed trying to make them as close as possible to the character. I used the models from the game, and I couldn't find really a good model of the shoes, but I think I got it pretty close. The hat was another thing that I wasn't sure if I was going to make it out of material, but I went ahead and just decided to do it out of clay, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I made some ridges in the top and folds in the hat, and when I painted it, you'll see it looks great. When painting the head, the skull, I've decided that was the skull, I did several layers of paint. So if you decide to sculpt your own, I recommend doing several layers of thin paint. I kind of went in between gray and then a layer of green. I let them dry in between, and then I came back in with pastel and I made some variations in color. I did black and green, and then what I did was I came back in, and the areas that were too strong, I went in and I used a paper towel and I rubbed them off, and if it didn't come off with a paper towel, I just went in and spot erased areas. So I just kept on building up layers until I got the look I wanted. Give yourself plenty of time to achieve that skull-like appearance. It's not going to be perfect the first time you do it, so just keep on building up layers and you'll get it. Don't worry about it. After finishing the skull, I started working on the face, working on the skin tones, finishing with a layer of pastel, brown, black, and green. I also added some speckling to the face. I want to add a little character to it. Adding the finishing touches to the face, I accentuated the folds in its neck and I worked on the jawline. I just really love pastel. I think it adds a warmth and almost a lifelike quality to it. Here I'm just painting the hat after it's baked in the oven. Just add several layers of paint really thin, and don't worry about the brush strokes. If it is very thin, it's going to even out. There it is, all finished. Next we're going to make his arms. I'm going to take two pieces of wire and twist them together so we can hold his pose well. I'm going to use some hot glue and insert it into the hole I made in the hand, and then place the wire into the hole. Next I'm going to take some stuffing, glue it on at the base of the hand and wrap it around the wire. Come back in with a second layer of stuffing and wrap it around. We're going to take a piece of material, I use cotton, and we're just going to roughly get a size that we need for the arm and cut it out, glue it on, and once it's glued on all the way around, we're going to sew it up. After the arm is assembled, I'm going to paint the hand and then add all the little pastel detail. I used yellow, green, brown, and black for the shadowing. I put most of the detail on really with the pastel because I wanted that earthy-like appearance, and everything has a greenish tint to it. Here is his coat. I haven't completed the cuffs yet, and I need to put the pockets in. I cut out the shape I wanted for his pocket, and I'm using that as a template to cut out the other side of his pocket. I decided to actually glue on the pockets instead of stitching them on because I really didn't want the stitching detail to show. I ended up painting his clothing while it was still on him. I wanted to be able to create this effect of the folds, and I didn't feel like if I did it beforehand that I could create that effect of his outfit, the illusion of these folds in his clothes. Again, I just looked at the character models and tried to replicate the areas of staining, folds, and little tiny details. I know this might all seem overwhelming, but it really isn't that difficult. I encourage you to try and explore working with polymer clay. The materials aren't that expensive, and the rewards of making something yourself are incredible. So, he's all done. I hope you like the result. Hopefully in the future I can do a Q&A, maybe a live stream on the whole process of making these sculptures. If I get enough subscribers, I'll be able to do that. I would really love to help people be able to make art for themselves and be able to know that they can do it. Just start working on it. Don't be too hard on yourself. Be patient with yourself. If you don't try to do something, you can never learn to do it. Be easy on yourself. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your support. Like and subscribe if you like my content, and let me know what you would like to see me make next. Thank you. Bye.